Everybody, Kim here from Wide Awake. I am feeling self-conscious making this video because there's people outside and in our backyard, and it's just our team, but I don't know if they can hear me, and I feel weird. But I don't think they can hear me because they're not responding, so I'm just gonna ignore them and talk. Yeah, it is Friday afternoon and everybody is busy here with preparations because tomorrow is the big wedding. Tomorrow, two of our team members, Oleg and Masha, are getting married, and we are super excited for the big Dimchidnosti wedding. All of our team is invited, all of our boys are invited, and we really need a reason to celebrate, and this is a really good one. Masha and Oleg are a wonderful couple. They love our boys so much. They're so committed to this work. They're good friends to us, and we're just super happy for them. Tomorrow is going to be a really good day. I wanted to give you an update about just how it's going here. Also, I wanted to let you know about Vlad. I don't know if you remember, but Vlad is not with us here in Ukraine. He is living with my parents right now in Oregon. When we went back and visited Oregon in between Germany and coming back to Ukraine, we decided to leave Vlad there because there's an orthodontist there that wanted to help work on Vlad's mouth for free. And nobody here wants to touch his mouth, and so we felt like it was a really important opportunity because his teeth and everything is really affecting his quality of life. So I wanted to let you know that Vlad got braces on Wednesday. I will put a picture in the newsletter, but yeah, Vlad got braces. They're pretty crazy looking, which actually they're not quite as crazy looking as I imagined. I was trying to picture how he was gonna put brackets on all the teeth that are everywhere, but he did. And so we'll see how his mouth starts to change. My mom said that he was really excited afterwards and laughing a lot. And then in the evening, of course, he was a little less excited. But we're proud of him. And I guess he told the orthodontist that he thought he should buy an electric toothbrush, and the orthodontist thought that was a really good idea. And Vlad has his own bank account now, and we put money in there until he starts to start receiving Social Security. And so so he went and used his very own debit card and bought himself an electric toothbrush. So he's very excited about that. Doesn't take much. But yeah, he's doing really good there. He got approved for state disability benefits, and so my mom and Tim have been meeting with a caseworker on Monday or Tuesday to get him going with services, and hopefully he will be able to find a job. They'll help him find a job, and that is the most important thing for him. So hopefully things will start moving in that direction. Here, it was a pretty tense week, I would say, on the war side of things. On Tuesday, the 23rd, was Ukrainian Flag Day, and then on the 24th, on Wednesday, it was Independence Day, 31 years of Ukraine being its own independent country. But everybody was really expecting that Russia would not let those days pass without trying to terrorize everyone, and so they did try to terrorize everyone by constant air raid sirens. I mean, just all day long we were getting notices that there were air raid sirens. Jed and Oleg were trying to do some shopping, and then Oleg was trying to shop for the wedding, and it's like you'd go into a store and finally get everything you need, get up to the checkout, and you'd have to go out for an air raid. You'd wait out there for an hour, go back into the store, 10 minutes later have to go out. So it took Oleg like all day to do not very many things. We just tried to hunker down here and lay low. It's just your mind can go crazy with what if. I mean, I don't know, it's just like the night before you go to bed and you're like, what's gonna happen tonight? I don't know. And all day long, I mean, those air raid sirens, when the government's saying don't ignore them, we're expecting an attack, it's just, it puts you on edge, as you can imagine. But we're fine. Nothing was hit in our area. We're all safe. We're relieved that time is over, and it's been, the last couple days have seemed really back to normal. I mean, there are air raid sirens every day, but not like there was on Independence Day. We do have one really great answer to prayer that I had written in the newsletter or in the blog last week, that our kids weren't able to go to school because there was the building next door to their school had become like used for the military, and that made the school basically a military target. Well, the military moved out, and so it looks like our kids are going to be able to go to school in person, and I just am really excited for them. It just brings a bit more normalcy to this crazy life that we live, that the kids get to go to school and see their friends. And so yeah, that was an unexpected answer to prayers this week. As far as the boys go, they're all doing really well. If you could pray for Sasha, he's been having some more frequent seizures. He has epilepsy. Him and Yaroslav both have epilepsy, but Sasha's been having more seizures than we're used to, and so we'll get him to the neurologist this next week. We had a little scare with Yaroslav, like one day this week. I don't remember which day, I guess maybe Tuesday. He just all day like wanted to sleep, like even we couldn't really rouse him. I took his blood pressure a couple times, like once on each arm, and he didn't even like react at all, which he's very emotional, very expressive. Like this was really, really weird. We didn't know what to do. Just because our boys can't talk, it's really hard when they're out of sorts, when something, I don't know, they can't tell us how they're feeling. So we ended up calling, Masha ended up calling like the ambulance. It's not like such an emergency here as if it would be like calling an ambulance in the US, but we didn't want to try to just like take him anywhere because he's just dead weight. We'd have to carry him. It was just easier if they came. Well, the paramedics come, and as soon as they walk in the house, of course he perks up. They're like, "How are you?" And he's blowing them kisses, and yeah. They're like, "Well, we don't know what to tell you. He looks fine." I'm like, "Yeah, I can see that." I promise you he wasn't fine literally all day until now. So Jed joked that next time we just need to have one of our neighbors dress up in like a paramedic outfit and go in and see if that helps solve the problem. It's hard too because he can be like an attention seeker, like really big time. But no, he really wasn't well. So I don't know, he's a mystery. His health is a lot more fragile than our other boys. So just still trying to figure him out. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that this week, Jana and Vanya, I'm not sure if you remember them. Jana is the mom and Vanya is her 16-year-old son, and he is on the autism spectrum. And we had planned that they would move into the duplex right about the time that the war started. They ended up coming with us to Germany. And then after Germany, they went on ahead and moved into the duplex with Sasha and Anton and Grant. They just moved out this weekend to move back into their apartment. We were still in our kind of trial period, and we didn't really get to their move-in didn't get to be how we planned because of the war. It wasn't as gradual and thought out and planned as we had hoped, as we had wanted. And if it had been like we planned, we would have been able to really set clear expectations. She would know what to expect from us. But as it was with the war, we were all just kind of thrust together. And we just came to realize over time that her expectations of us as an organization, as a community, were different than what she needed, and our expectations of her as a live-in assistant were different than what she was able to provide. So what we realized is that she really needs a place for respite for Vanya, just someone to come along and support her, while we're needing for live-in assistants people that are 100% like heart is in it to like dive into community with people with disabilities. And just her expectations and our expectations, we just realized they didn't really match up, and so they moved back to their apartment this week. We want to keep relationship with her. We want to help her in ways that we can. But I think this is better. It's better for them and it's better for us. But I wanted to let you know about that development. So right now, inside B of the duplex, it's just Grant with Anton and Sasha. And then inside A of the duplex, where Yaroslav and Vova live, it has been Masha and Masha. But starting next week, it'll be Jed. So he'll be living there. We might be looking for someone to spend the weekends there, like a staff member, to spend the weekends there, just so that Jed can be with us as dad on the weekends. That's the only way that I see it being sustainable. Otherwise, everybody here is happy, healthy. We're thankful to be in Ukraine, the country that we love. Thank you for all your encouragement, your love, your prayers. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for standing with Ukraine and not forgetting Ukraine. And we'll talk to you next week.
Мама. Папа.
Така навіть як ми реагує, де я зараз, і також про...
8, 9, 10. Молодець. Давай, ти сніговичок робимо, добре? 5, 9, 10. Наступний. Стоп. Ось так. 1.
أنا أريد أنا أريد
Стефанія, мама, Стефанія. Да?
Harry Potter, вона сіє.